Today we're going to talk about Facebook Live, all things Facebook Live. So if you have been feeling like you want to go live on your page, but you're not sure where to go live, so if you're not sure where to go live, we're going to talk about that today. If you've never done a Facebook Live before, we're also going to cover some do's and don'ts, and I'll share a couple juicy details of my first Facebook Live, my endeavor into Facebook Live. Okay, so first off, we're going to get started with how to prepare for your Facebook Live. If you are watching live today inside the Heart Center Coach Club, say hello. Give me a little thumbs up that you can hear me okay. So just a really quick backstory. I was preparing to do this Facebook Live today on Tech Friday, and last week I was having so many issues with the new Facebook Live producer. And so I just want to give you a quick update on what I ended up doing was I ended up updating my Chrome web browser into the Chrome beta version, and that worked totally fine. So if you have been having issues with that, put that in the comments below and give that a try because that ended up working really, really well for me. Okay, so let's dive in. Let me just do a double check here that we are live inside the Heart Centered Coach Club. And we're going to start off with how do you prepare for your Facebook Live? Now, for some people, you can just go live off the cuff and you can be talking and you can talk for 20 minutes, you could talk for an hour, and that really works for you. There's no right or wrong here, but I do want to give you some guidelines so that you can get started, okay? And here's what I suggest. If you are not sure what to talk about, have a sticky note and make a little outline for yourself. So I did it here today just to show you guys. And on my sticky note, I wrote, talk about how to prepare for your first Facebook Live, what not to do, where to go live, why perfectionism on Facebook Live is boring, and then to share a little bit about my Facebook Live. Now, I don't do this every time now, but in the beginning, a little sticky note, then you can just put it like up by your camera on the computer is really, really helpful to help keep you on track so that you don't start talking about something completely different, which is fine. But if there was a specific message or a call to action, like click here after, sometimes we can forget to do that. So that's why in the beginning, the sticky note can be really, really helpful. Okay. Other little tips on how to prepare for your first Facebook Live are to look directly into the camera. Okay, I'm trying to point here to see into the camera. Don't look down at the screen, right? If I'm looking down at the screen, can you see how disconnected that feels? As opposed to when I'm looking directly into the camera, I'm looking at you. So I know in the beginning, it's really easy to be looking down at the video and we're like looking at ourselves, right? But I want you to like imagine that camera hole as the person that you are talking to and look directly into the camera. If you've got this, give me a thumbs up in the comments, okay? That is huge. Whether it's on your phone here, right? It's going to be, and again, you don't have to look there the whole time. If I'm going to try to look down to show you something, right? It's right there, right? The little camera. You want to look there if you're doing a Facebook Live on your phone. You want to look directly into the camera if you're doing it on your computer. Another good tip for preparing for your Facebook Live is your lighting, right? Like try to have natural lighting whenever possible. I'm in my hubby's office today, so the lighting's not great, and I do have a light behind my computer that's facing towards me to try to brighten up the light. Okay, and that's just helpful because again, like the whole reason that video is so huge right now, and the reason it's what the algorithms on all of the social media platforms, they're going to prioritize live video is because of that connection. So we don't want you to be in like, well, that's not even that bad, but like a super dark room where nobody can see your face. That's just going to be distracting and people are going to click away. Tracy, tell me what's hard to do in the comments. I want to know so I can address it for you, okay? Okay, what else to prepare for your Facebook Live? So we talked about having a sticky note. So just getting clear on what to talk about. And the cool thing is keeping your Facebook Lives. I know I'm a hypocrite here because sometimes my Tarot Tuesdays and Tech Fridays go long, but if you keep your video under 3 to 5 minutes, that's gold. So short Facebook Lives talking about one topic is amazing, right? It's easily consumable content. So try to keep it to one idea. Again, I'm not perfect at this, but I'm working on it. So keeping your I could just do the one Facebook Live, the one Tech Friday, all on lighting and camera and how to prepare, right? And so this is still my growth edge because I want to just share everything with you. Yeah, Tracy, it's hard to do sometimes, and you don't have to do it the whole time, but just start to practice. Like I notice if you look at the camera right now, I'm looking down reading your comments. Like, yes, I'm going to look away. But if I'm just talking to you the whole time and I'm looking down into the screen, that feels more disconnected than if I'm looking directly at the camera because I'm engaging with you, Tracy. I want to be engaging with you. I want you to see my eyes. I always think back to I used to live in New York City, and on the subway, you could always tell when someone was looking at you, even if you weren't looking at them. This is the power of our eyes, the power of connection, right? And maybe in the subway it wasn't a good thing, right? Someone's giving you the evil eye. But when it comes to social media, right, it's our eyes that are going to help bring someone in and really help to foster that connection, which is why I want to encourage you to start to practice looking at the camera. Like, who really cares what we look like? We're looking to create that connection. That's what video is all about. Okay, so what not to do? Okay, so one, we're going to try to look at the camera as much as possible instead of looking down. The one other thing that please don't do this is waiting for someone to hop on live. Most people, I forget the statistic, but I think it's like 95% of people are going to come back and watch the replay here, even inside this group, right? I don't wait until Tracy or somebody else hops on, right? I'm not like, all right, guys, I'm going to sit here. All right, I'm just going to wait a few minutes until somebody pops on. If I did that for every single live video, you guys wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be watching. So I love that saying, like, dance like nobody is watching. Do your Facebook Live like nobody is watching. They may not be watching live, all right? Most people come back and watch the replay. So just get started, just get talking now and talk to that person, even if they're not showing up live, okay? So the one thing that I don't want you to do is, all right, I'm gonna hang out here for a little while. I'm just gonna wait and see if somebody hops on. All right, guys, I'll get started in a minute. Like, boring, right? And you're clicking away because that's just not what social media is all about. So that is the one thing I don't want you to do, is to wait for someone. Yes, you find it insulting. Yes, exactly. It's like, come on, you are here. One person, nobody, like, even if you're watching the replay, oh my God, Tracy, I love this. Like, if you're watching the replay, and someone is sitting there saying, all right, guys, I'm going to wait. And you're there watching the replay. You're like, oh my God, like, can I just get on with this? If you have done this, I have done this, it is okay. But I just want it to be one thing that you stop doing. Stop doing that. Okay, let's just stop doing that. Get on, go live, start talking about the thing you want to talk about right away, so that when people come and watch the replay, they're engaging with you really, really quickly instead of clicking away. Yes, Tracy says, like, I find that I'm not important enough for them if they're waiting for other people to come on. Spot on. That is so amazing. I love that point. It's incredible. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is where to go live. Do I go live on my personal page? Do I go live on my business page? Do I go live in my group? Where the heck do I go live? Now, this is a much deeper conversation. This is something we talk about in First Five. It's more of a strategy, but I want to give you a little tip to get started. If you do not have a business page, all right, if you are just rocking the personal Facebook page. Start there. All right, that's where you go. You start there. If you have a business page and no group, so you have a personal page and a business page, I want you to start going live on your business page. And the reason for that is, even though people are not going to be showing up live to your business page, because your business page is a paid, I want you to think of it as that is a paid feature, even though the setup of the page is free, in order to have a lot of eyes on your business page, you do have to pay for it, right? That's where Facebook ads come in and boosting posts and all that. I do not suggest you do that right away. I don't. There's a different strategy that you can use, but going live on your business page is helping to create content for you for when you're ready to do those Facebook ads. Now, here's another reason why you can go live on your business page. And again, I'm being a hypocrite here because I'm going live in the group. But you can go live on your business page. And Michelle, if you're watching this, this is to answer your question. You can go live on your business page and then you can share it into the Facebook group. Okay, so you can go live on your page and then share it into your group. That is one way that you can have your live in two different places. Okay, so that is the strategy there. If you have a Facebook group and you've never gone live before, this is where I want you to test your growth edge. So I want you to start playing with your live inside the group, because that is the place that you are going to have more live viewers. Okay, because it's a group, Facebook is going to show that to your group members that you're going live. Okay, so this can be that little bit of a growth edge of, okay, I'm going to go live in my group, and I'm going to start showing up consistently there. And that kind of brings me to my last point here. Well, no, I've got two more. I'm trying to keep it short. So does that make sense? Do you guys have questions about that? If you have a personal page, go live on your page. If you have a business and a personal, go live on your business. If you have a business, go live on your business page. If you have a Facebook group, and you've never gone live before, start in the group. A group can be a great place to get your feet wet with Facebook Live, gain your confidence, start looking into the camera, start talking right away instead of, hey guys, waiting for everyone to jump on. So start there in your group, and then I want you to switch to the business page. Okay, so it really depends on where you are and if you have that active audience inside your group. This is a much bigger conversation, but I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I want to know what your questions are. There's so much more that goes into strategy around this. I'm just trying to keep it streamlined. And there was one other thing that I was going to tell you, and it's not on my sticky note, which is why we have sticky notes. So I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully it will pop back up. But that reminds me of my next point is perfectionism is boring, you guys. I don't need to have it all together here. And in fact, you members inside this group have seen me forget my cards on Tarot Tuesday, and I'm already live. You've seen me show up late because I'm sitting here having a cup of tea, right? And not realizing that 20 minutes has gone by. You guys, it is okay to be messy. It's okay to be messy. It's okay to not let it be perfect. Michelle also called me out that I said shit the other day instead of shift, right? But it makes you more human, and trying to be perfect is, and this brings me to my last, my first Facebook Live. I'll share a little bit about what that was like. So when I did my first Facebook Live, yes, I was trying to be perfect, and I ended up looking like this, and I was kind of talking monotoned, and I have no smile on my face, and I was looking down at myself instead of looking into the camera, and it just felt really cold and really like la 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 la. It was very boring. All right, so perfection is boring. I want you to bring your personality into the Facebook Live so that you can be yourself. Right? If things are falling and your hair's a mess and, you forget what you're supposed to be talking about, it's okay. It is totally 1,000% okay. And this brings me to my wrap up here. Yeah, Tanya says birds fly in your window. Yes. Well, that was a coaching call, Tanya, but they could have flown in when I was doing a Facebook Live when I had a pigeon. fly into my house. I've also had the birds mating right outside, the seagulls. Like it makes it more interesting. So it's okay to not let it be perfect and have like a pin drop quiet. That's another thing that I've heard. My partner's in the other room. They're making noise. How can I go live? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's being live. That is the thing. And here's what it was. Yay, it's coming back. Here's what I want you to take away. Perfectionism doesn't exist and it's boring. Okay? Don't wait for people to show up. Just go live immediately. All right? Look into the camera. And here's your strategy for wherever you're doing your Facebook Live. I want you to show up consistently. I want you to show up at least once a week, whether that's on your page, in your business, on your business page, inside your Facebook group, or on your personal page, or on Instagram Live. I want you to show up consistently once a week. If you want to start doing live video, this is your growth edge. This is your action step, your call to action, showing up once a week. When I started with Tarot Tuesdays inside my group, my safe little bubble, right? And that was fantastic because I had people there. I had something that I was going to read, right? I had done the reading in the morning and collected what I wanted to say, and I was going to read that and just show up. And over time, I've gotten so much more comfortable and confident on camera that now I may not even read what I have, my notes in front of me. I may go into my own feeling about the tarot cards on Tuesdays, right? But to get yourself started, right, I want you to think about what feels fun, light, and easy to help you show up consistently wherever. I want you to pick one place and do that consistently for like 3 weeks. Can you do that? Let me get a hell yes in the comments below. Can you show up consistently? Okay, Tracy, where can you show up consistently for the next 3 weeks? And okay, you're never going to feel ready to do this. You're never going to feel ready. I want you to know that when I did my first Facebook Live, my heart was beating so fast. Again, I looked like a robot and I was really monotoned and I was looking down at myself and I probably waited until everybody showed up. But it was fine. And it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was. We think it's so much worse than it actually is. We're our own worst critic. Tracy, I want to give you a little action step here. If you're afraid of going Facebook Live, if you're afraid of going live, see, imperfect, right? All the time. I want you to start on your business page. And the reason I want you to start on your business page is because the likelihood, if you're not paying for ads, the likelihood of someone seeing your Facebook live is actually really small, right? Because you got to pay to play with your business page. We can talk more about why I still want you to do the live there, but I want you to start there because it's a perfect place to get your feet wet, get used to doing the live. You can delete it if you hate it. I've done lives before, Tracy, that I have deleted immediately after because they were so bad or I started coughing or something like that. Another fun place, so that would be my suggestion. If you are not sure where to start on your business page because it's crickets for everybody, you guys. Almost everybody, unless you have a huge following that lots of thousands and thousands of people are following your business page, it's going to be a safe place for you to play. So I want you to start there on your business page, okay? That way, yes, go in the group then. Fantastic. Start in the group. And here's, we were just talking about this in First Five yesterday. So if your group has, I wanted to wrap this up, but I'm going to keep going here. If your group has been a little quiet lately and you want to start doing these lives, here's what I did with Tech Fridays. I'll give you a little behind the scenes of how this started. I wasn't sure if I was going to energetically be able to show up for it and Tarot Tuesday. So I was already doing my Tarot Tuesday. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to have the bandwidth or the capacity to show up live again. every single week. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to test it out for 4 weeks. That's what I told myself and I committed to. Every Friday for the next 4 weeks, I'm going to show up. So that's what I suggest for you inside your group is, hey, I'm playing with this new thing. I'm going to try it out for a couple of weeks and we'll see how it goes. Then you start to find your feet. You start to feel the energy. Is this something that I can stay committed to? And then if it is, you can make that your once a week touch point with your audience. And this is where the consistency is key. And video is queen right now when it comes to social media. And I don't say that to put pressure on you. I say it because it's true. People are looking for connection. People are looking for leadership. People are looking for hope. And I know that you guys here in this group, you amazing coaches, you are the people to do that. So this is our opportunity to practice. Inside a group is a nice safe bubble, right? To be vulnerable and say, hey, I'm trying this out for the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to talk about Wellness Wednesdays or, I have Tech Fridays or Tarot Tuesdays or Movement Mondays, right? You don't have to call it something fancy. You can just say that I'm showing up here for the next 4 weeks to support you. Okay, so I'd love to know your feedback on this Facebook Live. And what else? I think that's it. I want you to see pigeons, guys. They happen. I'm surrounded by them. I'd love to hear your feedback. Do you have follow-up questions on this? Is it clear? Is it making sense? I'd love to know. I want to get you started on going live at least once a week somewhere. One last little tip here. On your phone, Instagram Live is also a really great place to practice live video. So if you want to try Instagram Live instead of Facebook Live, please go ahead and do that. And the cool thing is if you love it, you can download it with that little arrow. We talked about that before. And if you don't love it, it's going to be gone in 24 hours, right? Or you can delete it. You can delete it after you've done it too. So really, there's so much opportunity here for you to play with this. And to bring this conversation full circle, I don't want you to take it personally if people click away. It's social media. People have a 3-second attention span. So even people I love, I'll say, oh, I'll come back and watch that later. So don't be offended if people aren't watching live. Don't be offended if people click away. Most people are going to catch the replay. Look into the camera, all right, as much as you can. Imagine your ideal client sitting in front of you or a loved one or someone that you're talking to, right? And this is all about connection. And when it's about connection, we can stop making it about us. It's really not about us. It's about them, okay? Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I'm just going to check in on the comments here. Tracy, let us know how it goes, okay? I'm really excited about it. Kathy, I know we'll talk about this. Yes, consistency is so key. Even if you aren't doing Facebook Lives yet, I want you to be posting consistently. All right, that doesn't get you off the hook. I still want you to be practicing live video, but if you're not posting consistently in that Facebook group, it's going to fizzle out. All right. So we want to at least be posting consistently. And if you can start doing videos once a week, remember they can be short. This is a particularly long video, but remember 3 to 5 minutes, one little tip. If I were to do this over, maybe I would have done how to prepare for your Facebook Live and just kept it at that, really short and simple. Okay, so thinking about one clear thing, use your sticky note, stick it up there and just start practicing, all right? So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys later. Bye.